Folks, what up, folks? Semi-original guy here, aka Mr. Kent from Advanced Wars by Web, aka Mr. Kent from Advanced Wars by Web. And how are we doing today? How are we doing? Gotta get rid of that. It's being loud. What's up with that? What's up with that? Jesus. Anyways, what up, folks? Ahoy, hoy, Cutman. Hello, Mace Windex. Welcome to the stream. For those of you that don't know, there's been an additional tournament going on in the background. Yes, an additional tournament indeed. It's called the Dual Destinies Tournament. It is a 2 versus 2 tournament hosted by Valior, my good buddy, featuring some of the wonderful, wonderful people of Advanced Wars by Web, including Luigisly, who is currently in the chat. Hello, Luigisly. Welcome to the stream. So we got ourselves a really, really fun time here today, folks. We got lots of really cool games. Now, we are just gonna briefly go over one thing here. So the map that we're playing on today is called Tristinia Ultima. Tristinia Ultima. That's the map that we're playing on today. And as you can see here, folks, this map is pretty neat. It's pretty neat and it's pretty wild. And it should be a pretty interesting time. Now, for some reason, there we go. That's what's weird about it. That's what's weird about it. So I had to figure out how to fit this map in the screen and also have like everything sort of balanced. So it's gonna be a little bit smaller here, but you can see everything on the map, as you can see here. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of neat. Kind of neat indeed. We're gonna go over the players here though, because as you can tell, there are some famous players, famous faces, you might say, on these teams. We have Mr. Humita and Andy Kuma on a team here, playing as Sensei and Max. So that should be pretty neat. I'm not sure what's going to occur with that, but hey, should be a good time. We also have Hunch, strongest Hunch in Advanced Wars by Web, folks, and Happelman as another team playing as Kindle and Von Bolt. So, wow, this is going to be a stacked match, folks. For those of you that don't know, this is a mid-funds matchup. That's why we're allowing the use of characters such as Sensei. So, should be a good time, folks. Should be a good time. We got 4 games to go over because round 3 does have 4 teams. Or no, what would it be? 8 teams, right? Yeah, 8 teams. We have 8 teams left in the tournament. And this is a very... This map is busy. Okay, folks, that's what I'm saying. It's a busy map. And things are going to get absolutely wild here. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get right into the games here, folks. And we'll just go play by play, see what happens here. But we do have Andy Kuma as the first player, playing as Gray Sky. It's not the team that they chose, but it's the team that I chose for them. That's what we got here going. So, let's go ahead and get into it, folks. Obviously, on the first few days, standard infantry builds, because you got to get them on the field. It is the #1 priority in Advanced by Web. #2 priority in Advanced by Web is making sure that you go over to Soul Forent's channel and give them a subscription, because they are absolutely based. Absolutely based. Welcome to Soul Forent to the stream. Soul Forent, the soulest of the renties of Advanced Wars by Web. That's who he is. Alrighty. So, this is going to be kind of a neat matchup, actually, because Sensei. I mean, I don't know how Sensei is going to play out on this map. Like, technically, you would think that he's pretty strong, because he's going to be able to spam out a lot of powers really, really quickly. But additionally, like, he's also kind of weak, right? And there's, I don't think that there's actually an airport on this map that I can see. Unless there is an airport, but I don't see an airport, folks. Like, I don't see an airport anywhere. So it's going to be kind of interesting. He's going to be relying on the zombie apocalypse over here 100%. So I don't know exactly how that's going to play out for him. Maybe it's going to be okay. Maybe it's not. But the other additional thing about this map is we have this weird base in the middle of the map here, which is blocked off by some pipe seams. So obviously you are going to have to get some kind of an artillery over there and bust that boy open, without a doubt. Then you have free access to the whole center of the map here with those pipes. So yeah, we do want to get that. That is 100% for sure. But other than that, I have no idea how this is going to work out. Personally, I don't know. Sensei seems like an okay pick just for the absolute spam, but on a map like this, I think the Kindle and the Von Bolt are going to be very, very difficult to deal with. The Max is going to be pretty difficult to deal with because he's just going to be able to get up there, spam those tanks, and just harass the entire field. It's going to take a long time for Von Bolt to get his power activated also. So that is definitely a thing. Because essentially, for each one of these players, it's base light. So you're not going to be getting a massive amount of power charge very quickly. So, I don't know. We'll see. We got the first tank of the game over here, though, folks. Got a Max tank and a Kuma's tank. Let's get it on the field. Let's go. Got a Hunch tank down south, mirroring the tank by over here. We got some more of the Purple Lightning Infantry moving in, capturing some of those neutral properties. Got another tank over here. Happelman's got 3K left in the bank. This man is saving for retirement 100%, but it is now Humita's turn. He's got 12K in the bank right now. Probably going to be buying an artillery. Okay, that's not what I expected, but we know exactly what this man is doing. We know what this man's plan is. This man is planning pipe seams. That's what he's doing. Sulfurant, you know he's going for those pipe seams. You know he's going for them, so he's going to be getting it. This man is a squeezy tube enthusiast for sure. It's also got a mech on the field, so that's also kind of interesting. Not sure how, or not exactly sure what the mech is going to accomplish this early in the game. It is pretty... It's pretty far away from everything that could happen. it's gonna take a little while for this mech to actually get somewhere, but we'll see. We'll see what occurs here. All right, another tank on the field from Mr. Hunch. Andy Kuma didn't buy a second tank. Could he have bought a second tank? I guess he probably couldn't have. So, yeah, he's stuck with just one tank on the field. I feel bad for him. You know, folks, I feel bad for him. He could have had another tank, but he doesn't. It's very sad. Very sad days indeed. And, yeah, it is a fire matchup for sure. Boom. Mech doesn't even go full movement, just moves one space, because that is what you do, folks. Now, this is kind of an interesting little scenario here, though, because we do have this corner base, which is sort of sandwiched in between Happelman and Hunch over here. We do have 1 day reinforcement over here in order to potentially start busting open the pipe seam, but how do you defend against 2 tanks and plus 2 more tanks? Because both of those guys, all 4 of those tanks could be easily coming in here and attacking Humita's small base over here. So that could potentially be pretty dangerous. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. All right, there we go. And Akuma busting out another tank. There we go. All right, now the players are finally approaching the center of the map here. So we are going to be seeing those properties get captured here very soon. Okay, so Hunch decides to go for the center instead of attacking Humita. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I don't really know how I feel about that. Although he can't really attack Humita. He can put a little bit of pressure zoning him, but he can't like full force attack him, right? Okay, here we go, folks. All right, Humita is making a play happen. He is going in with the infantry, interrupting the capture, and then he decides to bust out the Soiled Abomination. Right, Pika, as soon as you arrive, a Soiled Abomination appears. Is it a coincidence? I wonder. I wonder if it's a coincidence. Or is it fate? I don't know. But congratulations for being done work. Nobody really wants to be at work too much. So it's a very wonderful day when we finally get to go home and relax to some nice, good old-fashioned Dual Destinies tournament. Andy Kuma, classy man. He's busting out the classy medium tank. That's what I am talking about here, folks. Let's get it going. All right. Now, Hunch has got 16K in the bank. I very much doubt that he's going to be buying a medium tank. He's probably just going to go for the double tanks or something, right? Because he's already got the artillery on the field. I'm no longer cheering for Andy. That's right. Andy Kuma. What are we doing? I mean, not Andy Kuma. I mean, Humita. Humita! What are we doing? What are we doing over here? Anyways. Is what it is. You know, some people, they buy the Soiled Abominations, you know, and that's just, it's what happens. And you know what? All you got to do is just invest in some high quality soap in order to wash that stink away, folks. That's all it is. All it is, just invest. Now, Happelman is being an absolutely toxic player right now, as we can see here. He's already pushing the tanks forward, and him and Hunch both are basically claiming the entire center of this map to themselves and have occupied the comm tower. That is dirty. That is some dirty tactics over here, folks. Let's see what Humita decides to do here, because he does have the immense firepower of the Soiled Abomination. Not the soiled one. Women respect her. Women respect her. We got a soiled one on the field. He's here. Alright, got another tank on the field. So, Humita, he's got a mech. So, mechs are pretty cool. So, I'm going to give him a pass this time. I'm only going to give him a pass if he decides to give us some more APC tournament, though. If he doesn't give us any more APC tournament, then he's not going to get a pass anymore. That's just the way it goes. That is just the way it goes. All right, so we got a nice little attack over here. I don't know how much damage this is going to do, because I don't think that... Yeah, no, Hunch doesn't want to attack that. Hunch doesn't want to attack. He might attack that. I doubt he's going to attack it, though. I mean, that's basically... Like, Hunch doesn't have any comm towers at the moment, so he's only going to be able to get, like, a 30... What is it? Like, 38 to 44% roll? Something like that? I think? Is that what it is? Let me see. Let me just see. Let me see how much damage he's going to do here. I very much doubt he's going to go for it, but 38 to 44%. Folks, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about over here. And yes, he is on thin ice. He is on thin ice. We love mech money moves. That's right. That's right. Get that mech money. We all need mech money, folks. Ooh, nice little infantry hit here. Assaulting the infantry, destroying another infantry. Hunch. This man feeds on infantry. Every single day. And then he buys a Neo tank. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cast some Dual Destinies tournament, they say, and then they go and bust out this filth. This absolutely awful filth. Anyways, carrying on with the match. The most important thing about this match right now, folks, is one of two things. One, the medium tank, and two, that there's flipping recon on the field. And you gotta watch out for this guy, because holy moly, look at that movement over here. It is definitely a harassing tool. But we also have a little bit of a disparity here, because Andy Kuma's only got 15 money, and I don't think... He's got one capture primed. Okay, so he's going to be somewhat even on money, but the fact that Happelman and Hunch control the center here, it's dangerous. It is definitely dangerous. Like, what are they going to do to deal with this? But at the exact same time, Happelman, he has to retreat the tank right now. Neo tank will get 2 days down here and be able to start attacking the base, but once Humita gets that base, he's going to be able to start spamming some stuff, folks. He's going to be able to start spamming the big flipping units over here. And, folks, I would like to announce that the mech has finally almost made it to a front line. So we got to definitely give a round of applause to this mech right here. He has done some travels. And, like, what day is it already? It's already day, like, what, 7? Day 7. All right, folks. He made it there on day 7. The worst part about the Neo tank is that there's never only one. This is so true. So true. As soon as one Neo tank spawns, it's just like they all start spawning. And they don't stop. They just keep multiplying. They're like rodents. Little Neo tank rodents just scurrying with their little Neo tank feet all over the place, getting inside your walls, chewing up your electrical. And then you gotta hire an electrician, and then you gotta pay like a $700 electric bill. My god. Electrician bill. All because of one little Neo tank that spawned inside your wall and starts chewing up your stupid wires. Anyways, I'm not speaking from experience here, but yes, that is a thing that could possibly happen. So just make sure that they're not in your walls, folks. It's the most important thing. Alright. So, what are these pipe seams sitting at here? This pipe seam is, I can't actually see because there's too many players on the map. This is a problem. I think this is like at 6. No, it's not at 6. What is it at? 27, 29, 80, 99, 99, 81. Alright, so Humita's pipe seam is about to burst, folks. It's about to burst like bad plumbing over here. Let's see it. How much money is Hunch saving? Hunch is saving 10k, folks. He's saving 10k. What is he going to do with 10k? That is the big question. If he doesn't have to pay any repairs, he's going to have 28k in the bank. Ready to be purchased. Ready to spend at a moment's notice. I wonder what he's going to buy with it. Is he going to be really cool and buy a mega tank? Or is he going to give in to the temptations, folks? Let's see. Let's see what he decides to do. Because it is Humita's turn once again. He has busted open the pipe seam. And is mounting a very solid defense over here. And the mech. Oh my god, folks. The mech has made it. The mech is now guarding 2 infantry. This man is unstoppable. It's an unstoppable train of destruction. And the medium tank moves in, takes a shot on the infantry. The comm tower is potentially going to be acquired here by Andy Kuma, who is dangerously low on funds, I might add, sitting at only 16,500 funds per turn. While on the flip side, we have Happelman over here that has 21,000 funds per turn. That is a much more better spot to be in than poor Mr. Andy Kuma here. But we shall see. We shall see. It's Hunch's turn. It's day 9. He's going to be potentially capping another property. He's got that 28k in the bank. What is he going to buy with it, though? It's probably just going to be a Soiled Abomination, is my guess. But we shall see. I don't know. I've seen crazier things. Oh, and the flippin' break. The break and the block. That base is not going to be capped anytime soon. There's going to be an endless war over here for that base. And another Soiled Abominations on field. It could have been a mega tank, folks. It could have been, but it's not. So we are not gifted with the grand presence of a mega tank today, unfortunately. And now Humita's mega tank, or Humita's Neo tank, is surrounded by 2 opposing Neo tanks. He does have a second one in position over here, but this is a very unfortunate spot for Humita because he spent a long time trying to get this little base right here, and Happelman just comes in last second, swoops in here, steals the base, unstoppable, by the way, because there is basically no way of breaking this and getting the interrupt here. Now, what Humita could do is he could destroy the Neo tank, which would be pretty fun. Definitely would be pretty fun. And I would probably advise even doing that. So Neo tank and tank are probably going to get taken out this turn, but that's about it. And that base is getting taken. I don't believe that Sensei has the firepower to clear it either. Like, maybe if he sacks the 5 HP infantry first and then goes in and does it, like, it's a possibility. But I very much doubt that this 5 HP infantry is going to survive until tomorrow. So, that is a thing. That is the thing. Happelman busts out another soiled one. Oh, folks. Folks, I think this is going to be a game of Soiled Abominations. Every single map's probably just going to have them. It's probably just going to have them all. Alright. Ooh, Humita does have a power, so he could potentially pop it and get some free infantry. Oh, interesting. So he doesn't go for the Neo tank clear. Instead, he moves the artillery right here and puts it in a position where he can fire on the base. That's not like a low IQ move, you know? That's actually potentially like a higher IQ move indeed. Pops the Sensei a copter command, gets the free infantry on the field. And the zombie apocalypse has begun here, folks. It's begun. Neo tank takes the shot. Doesn't even get the clear. Doesn't even get the clear. See, folks, this is why you don't invest in the Neo tanks. They don't even clear tanks on planes. What's going on? Sensei, I know you got decreased firepower. What's going on over here, folks? All right, comm tower is acquired by Mr. Andy Kuma. And we got a clear on a tank, and now this medium tank is going to be able to get something done here. But what? What is it going to be able to get done? It's got to watch out for the Neo tank. Neo tank can come over here. What's this sitting at? What's this pipe seam sitting at? This is a big question. 99? Ah, that's not a good number. That's not a good number at all. All right, let's see what he does. Oh, he's attacking it from the south. Okay, cool. And we have a rebooting screen. Cool. All right, well, we're going to continue on anyways. Server is rebooting. All right, good. That's right. Server, catch up. Catch up to the gameplay here. There we go. All right, so that should do about 55, right? Maybe even a little bit more. No, it's max, right? Yeah, so it's max. So it does like in the 60s? Maybe. Anyways, that's going to be busted open tomorrow. And there is an infantry primed and ready to capture it. So provided that Andy Kuma can capture this base around the same time as this base getting captured, it is going to technically still be a pretty even game. But Andy Kuma needs some properties. This man needs some income. He needs some net worth in order to stay in the game. Because no matter how strong his units are, and even if he's got the extra base, he's going to be losing the income war. And what kind of a trade is that? 7-7? Oh, but the Urban Blight. The Urban Blight is going to level that out and even be a very good positive. Because that's going to be 6 once it heals up. And I'm not going to say the numbers, folks. I'm not going to say them. But it's definitely pretty good. Hunch, I'm finally joining the classy team over here. Busting out a medium tank. That's what I'm talking about. But Happelman. Oh my god. Happelman! This man's got 25,500 funds every single turn. He's going to be able to buy so much stuff. Oh, and the tank breaks through. Hits the artillery. Oh, that is devastating. That is devastating to the cause of Humito over here. He's definitely feeling the pain over here. Hope you are having a nice time. Cheers from France. Welcome to the stream, Remy. Is it Remy? Let's say Remy. Remy from France. Bonjour. Bonjour. I actually don't really know too much French, but we do have to take French over here in school. I just never learned too much of it, unfortunately. Anyways, so Hunch doesn't actually pop the power, which is kind of interesting, because that would have done a lot of damage to the Neo tank, and Humita doesn't really have a lot of funds. That would have put him down to like 15,000 funds. It's enough that you tried a little. You know what? We have to take French up until grade 9, which is around like age 14. And I passed French with a 51%. Like a boss. And it wasn't because I couldn't do the work. It's because I didn't want to do the work. That's just typical high school behavior, though. Anyways, boom! We got a Sensei Copter command over here. Let's go. Look at the flip and spam on this map, folks. Look at the spam. The pure power. Pure power over here. Like, how many units does Humita have? 31 units. He's got, like, no money, but he's got 31 units. Happelman is the scariest person on this map. Like, 25,000 income, and he's 4.5 bars from the super right now. And that super is looking over at that Neo tank chunk over here on the bottom left-hand corner of the map and just thinking to itself, oh my gosh, would it just be the greatest time ever if I could just land an Ex-Macarena right on those Neo tanks and just make them regret ever existing in the first place. It's definitely a possibility. Hunch, on the other hand, he's been holding his co-power for like his entire life. He doesn't even want to use the co-power. He's flexing right now. He's like, I don't need co-power in order to beat these guys. I'm just gonna sit here and be like, I don't know, where's Hunch from? He's from like England or something, right? He's gonna sit there and drink some tea and hold on to his power. That's what he's all about. All right. It's hard to speak French accurately, even for natives, I swear, but let's focus on this classy game. That is for sure, folks. That is for sure. This is actually a very non-classy game so far. There's a little bit of classiness on the game. You know, there are a couple medium tanks around here, but the sheer amount of filth that is flooding this battlefield right now is absolutely atrocious. And we got to clean it up. We got to clean it up here, folks. Hopefully some... There we go. All right. Andy Kuma, he heard me. He understood the assignment. He knows what needs to be done. We have to purge this battlefield of the filth. All right, we got a power, folks. All right, so Hunch, he's holding on to his power so that he can use the double Urban Blight. 2 days in a row, Urban Blight takes out a Neo tank, and oh my god, the 1 HP tank. It's going in. It attacks the infantry, doing 1 damage. Absolutely devastating. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. I don't know if I necessarily like this move too much, though. It's not necessarily a bad move or anything. But I think the fact that the 5 HP infantry, if it attacks into here, it probably is going to be able to sacrifice itself, which means that the 8 HP Neo tank is probably going to be able to get the clear, which means an artillery can go and sit on this base. But it's Happelman's turn next turn, and he's probably going to buy something big from the base, so he probably won't have to worry about it. And didn't smell the stench. All right. We didn't smell it. We got some soap on it. That's what it's all about. Okay. Ooh, big hit. Big hit over there. Takes it out. 6 on 5. Easy clear. All right. So, yeah, this is dangerous. This is probably one of the most dangerous things in Advanced Wars by Web right now. The Kindle Neo tank sitting on a city with their power activated. There's nothing that is going to be able to take that out. Like, just for a frame of reference here, folks, because I do sometimes enjoy some frames of reference. So let's say that this Neo tank is the defender, right? And we have an attacker. Let's say that's what do these guys even have left? Do they have anything left? Okay, so Max has some stuff left. So unfortunately, if the classiest unit goes up and attacks it from a road or a bridge or any sort of 0-star terrain, it's not going to do any damage. It's going to be 37 to 43, but unfortunately, potentially take a full amount of hit point counter damage and just completely be obliterated, which is very unfortunate. The Neo tank, on the other hand, would be able to do potentially 5 damage, but then take 6 damage in return. So yeah, that's not the kind of thing that you want to be doing. It's not really what you want to be doing. All right, so yeah, leave that guy alone. Don't touch him. Don't touch him for a turn. We got a mega tank, folks. Oh my god. The evolution. The evolution has begun. Happelman. He busts out not 1, not 2, but 3 medium tanks in a trench coat, folks. And that is incredibly scary. That is incredibly scary. What do you do? What do you do against that guy right there? I don't know. I don't even know what you would begin to do. Humita. He's only got 18k every single turn. He's got 23 in the bank right now, but that is nothing to counter the mega tank. Like, how do you even counter the mega tank right now? I don't know. I don't know what you would even do in this case. You can't artillery it down. I mean, maybe if there were some airports on the map, then Humita could potentially battlecopter it down, but there's not. There's nothing. Oh no. He's gonna have to save money, and he's gonna just have to buy his own, like, mega tank. That's really the only counter that you have in this situation. I mean, I guess you can go more artillery, but I don't know. I mean, Humita is definitely channeling his inner Izanagi right now, busting out as many artillery as he possibly can, but is it going to be enough to actually destroy the mega tank? I think the mega tank is like the winning move right here, because unfortunately, if you think about it, the mega tank alone is going to be able to zone out this entire section of the map. Like, all he's going to have to do is he's just going to have to sit here on this forest, and these guys aren't going to be able to approach it. And even if you keep, like, maybe, like, 2 tanks, or even if Hunch just keeps his medium tank over here, or God forbid he actually manages to get a hit on the Neo tank from, like, you know, this. Oh, that would be nice. Oh, wait, can he get an attack from there? Oh, hey, there's a question. Let's go back to the damage calculator. Would a Kindle with a power be able to do 80% damage to this? No, it wouldn't. Okay, so that's not going to happen. But that would be pretty cool if it did. Wait, no, okay. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. It's not possible. Okay, well, let's carry on here. See what we do. Okay, so we got a max force. Oh, that's gonna hit the artillery, and that's gonna get Andy Kuma the capture on the base. All right, here we go. Classy boy to the rescue, and then Neo Tank following up. All right, cool. Very neat indeed. And that's gonna get the capture. That should. That's actually ooh. Yeah, that gets it. That gets it. Here we go. All right. Team Andy Kuma and Humita coming back in here. So, yeah, they're not really, like, too far behind. And Hunch is really hurting on units because the Sensei spam has been very, very strong. Actually, like, I didn't think it was going to be as strong as it is, but it's definitely getting some stuff done here. But there is a Neo Tank, which is going to be destroyed by some artillery fire and potentially the mech. Like, folks, wouldn't it just be one of the best? Oh, he resigned. Okay. You know why he resigned? It was because he was about to lose the Neo Tank to a double artillery mech hit. So that's actually kind of unfortunate that he resigns. I didn't expect him to resign there. Happelman was so far ahead, though. I mean, I guess this side was getting swarmed over here, but the Mega Tank zones this side out. Like, this side is going to... Hold on, let's go back there for a second. He stops the capture here as well, right? So... I mean, is it, like, that lost? I mean, he's, like, got 11 units, so that is kind of a pain, but... He's not that far behind in, like, income or what. Actually, technically, they're ahead in income. Okay, so once the Neo Tank falls... Yeah, once the Neo Tank falls, then Hunch is forced to constantly defend this corner. Yeah, okay. I can kind of see it. So it's not like entirely irrational. I would have liked to see it go on for a few more days though. But anyways, clearly Kindle resigns from being surrounded by the stench from two old guys in a sweaty gym, bro. Yeah, that's totally the reason why. 100%. Like you can't deal with that level of BO. But unfortunately, I really wanted to see the Mega Tank do something. That's what I was really hoping for. But anyways, Mega Tank loses, unfortunately. But man, Happelman like dominated this map. Like, look at this. It's like 25,000 income. Like, what day is it? Day 12. Okay, so yeah, that's a huge uphill battle from this point on. So yeah, it does kind of make sense. But okay, whatever. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. All right, now we just need to wait until this like comes back on here. Eventually it's going to come back on. We'll just go over here for a second. All right. I'm just going to go over here. So I'm just going to take care of shish stuff here real quick. Wait till this like reloads up and then we'll get to her. But how are you all today, folks? Are you having a good day? You enjoying yourselves? Were there lots of people here that were at the Kessler stream today? Because, oh my god, those games were something. Those were some pretty awesome games. I didn't catch all the games, but I caught, like, most of them. I was watching a lot of them from... well, just when I was out and about. But, yeah, I didn't catch all of them, but I caught most of them. Anyways, this is, like, not working for some reason. So let's go ahead and retry this. We're going to press a button, folks. Gonna press a button. Is it gonna work now? Ugh. So annoying. So annoying. All right. Well, while we're waiting for that one to load up, we're going to start this game instead. So we're going to do this one. Do-do-do-do-do. Boo-ba-doo-boo. We do have some Sturm Gaming again here, folks. Sturm Gaming. We got a Steeler, an MWB versus Banjo and Christian. Now, what was the question? So, Max MD and Neo already in the face, Kindle corner base. Oh my god, that rhymes. Already in the face, Kindle quarter base. All right, Sturm Cart, let's go. Looking through pinned messages on Discord, and the kickoff for DD was January 11th last year. Yeah, it's been going on for quite some time now. It's time to get to bed, Remy, all right? Enjoy your sleep. Enjoy your evening. Get that sleep. 1.5 years. Has it been 1.5 years? I don't know. It's been a while, though, so it's been going on for quite some time. But this has been a really good one. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it a lot. Now, is this going to, like, work now? Okay, this one works now. All right. You know what? We'll do this one first because the music's already playing out of this screen, I think. Right? Right. Captain Johnson. Welcome to the stream. It has not been 1.5 years, just 0.5. Yeah, that's what I figured, right? It couldn't have been 1.5 years. 0.5. It's been half a year. Half a year so far, folks. That's what we got going. Anyways, wow, this has just been completely spoiled. Pretend you guys didn't see that. All right, we're going to go here because everybody has probably got the attention span of a goldfish and did not even realize what was going on. All right, folks, so Steeler and MWB versus Banjo and Christian. That's who we got here, folks. We got some sick Sturm action. Let's go. Let's flip and go. And Banjo and Christian playing as the Max and the Von Bolt. So I don't exactly know how this one is going to go. But all I know is there's probably going to be some recon. So let's flip and get to it, folks. Let's see how many recons we can get on the field. In addition to these standard infantry builds. Because everybody knows you got to get them on the field. All right. Bada boom, ba boom, bada boom, bada boom, boom. There we go. So, all right, that's one. We got one. One recon so far. Steeler. He can't keep his hands off of a freaky reeky, folks. All right. Now is MWB gonna buy a recon too? Two recons. Got two recons. Where there's Sturms, there's always a recon. No, Captain Johnson. This is a 2 versus 2 battle. Steeler and NWB are on the team against Mr. Banjo and Christian. This is the Dual Destinies tournament hosted by Valior over on the Advancers by Web Discord. A unofficial tournament, and what an unofficial tournament it is, because flipping Mr. Steeler has busted out a third recon on the field. 2 for him, 1 for MWB, but I can probably assume that MWB is also going to buy another recon this turn. They probably planned this out, folks. They're like, you know what would be really, really toxic? Well, let's buy a bunch of recons and make Christian and Banjo go to the crying corner. That's probably exactly what they're thinking, and it is super annoying. Now, unfortunately for Mr. MWB over here, his recon, I believe, is actually not going to do enough damage to stop this capture. It is going to prevent the infantry from capping more properties afterwards, but I'm pretty sure that its threshold is only going to be able to do another 4 damage, so it's not going to get the KO, or not going to get the interrupt, and Banjo is still going to get the property. It's just going to take him an extra turn. Unfortunately, that's a little bit more of a threshold, though. Like, unfortunately for Christian, he did not pick Von Bolt. Now, if he had picked Von Bolt, he would have gotten that property. He would have gotten the second property down here, too. But that property, that infantry, is going to get hit. It's going to get hit by a big flipping honking tank in the face. Oh, wait, I misread the dates. I'm so used to month, day, year notation. Yes. Yes. We love those notations. Why does he do that? I would have just went for the capture. I don't know. But Banjo, Banjo is a pretty tough guy. He's a strong player, If he thinks that going for the recon hit with the tank, or a tank hit on the recon is the way to go, then maybe it's the way to go. But I probably would just capture the property because that is going to put them behind a very long time when it comes to income. Unfortunately, a flipping rock. Folks, we got a flipping rocket. Bye-bye, Captain Johnson. Bye-bye. It was nice of you to drop in. Thank you kindly. Got a flipping we got a rocket, folks. All right, so officially, I think what MWB and Steeler are doing is they're doing a challenge run here. So they're only allowed to buy units that start with the letter R. So that's what they're doing. We only got our letter unit, or we only got units to start with the letter R on the field here. Oh my God. 2 more recons. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 recons. 4 recons on the field. Insane. Absolutely insane. Also, folks, can you hear the music at all? I can't remember if I set the volumes properly this time, but let me know if you can hear the music or if you want it louder or quieter, because that is a very easy fix. All right, got the capture. Christian, he's getting the income, folks. Let's flip and go. He's going to cap this property too. What's this sitting at? He's sitting at 3. All right. No. Sitting at... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it would be sitting at 3. Right? Yeah, 3. All right, 3 days, folks. That's all we need. It's a little quiet, but it's fine. Music level's good. All right, cool. Thank you kindly, folks. That's exactly what I needed to know. All right, so Christian and Banjoey, they're going full tank assault. They're not even worrying about the recons. They are just going to be busting out as many tanks as they possibly can to deal with the pesky little nuisances that are on the field. And rightfully so. Rightfully so, folks. Nobody... You only like a Sturm recon if you are the Sturm. Anybody else? No. They hate it. They hate it all. Hate them all. Get them out of here. Got another... Like, look at that flipping... Look at this U-turn. Whoop! Steeler is flexing over here. He's like... Pff. What even are gas prices, folks? You know, he's just gonna go for a full U-turn and just attack the infantry. All right, whatever. That's me. All right, cool. Thanks, Ripika. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. All right. More tanks. Get more tanks on the field, folks. Now, we saw in the last game, I believe, yeah, the last game, Happelman and Hunch, they were able to get in the middle of the map very, very quickly and start denying that income and capturing a lot of that income. So Banjo and Christian have that potential right now too, especially because of the fact that Steeler and MWB, they spent a lot of money so far on the recons. So the recons, while they're very good for denying income, it also kind of prevents you from getting income very quickly. So if you can eliminate the threat fast enough, then you might be okay to get some income later on. So we'll see. Hopefully. We'll see. See if Banjoey can get... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Folks, we got a problem. We got a flipping problem over here. I don't know if you guys saw what this little rocket just decided to do here, but we all thought that maybe the rocket, maybe we thought his plan was to break open the pipe seam from a safe distance, but no, his plan was something entirely different from the very start. His plan was to go over here and sit pretty on the beach, get himself a tan, and just constantly lob rockets over here at this base, which is going to cause poor Christian to have to pay repair fees every single day with his limited amount of income. This man is going to be working until he's like 90 years old. He's never going to be able to retire with this kind of deficit every single day. Like, what the heck is MWB thinking over here? That's possibly one of the most evil moves I've ever seen in Advanced Wars by Web right now. Very, very dangerous stuff indeed. Now, I don't actually think that there's a way to get to it either. No, there's not, because you can't one-shot a Sturm infantry even if it's on a road. That's pretty dirty. Wait! Wait. Maybe. Maybe you can't. Maybe you can't. Maybe the rocket is going to get bullied here today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hold the flippity phone here, folks. There is something very important that I need to damage calculator before we even continue on with this battle. So, Christian, this is going to be an infantry, but it's going to be at 6 HP next turn, right? Because it's going to get the heal. So if we take a 6 HP infantry and we go and attack this, it's going to be doing 26 to 30% damage. So this would be potentially sitting over at 8, in which then we would have a full HP tank going over here, attacking said infantry, which is at 8 HP, doing 72 to 79% damage. So what you're saying is there's a chance. All right, so the other thing is that we have a full HP tank and it attacks this recon. So that is a guaranteed KO. So there is not a very high chance, but there is a chance that a 6 HP infantry attacking this recon mixed in with a tank, getting the clear, allowing for a tank to move over here and potentially bullying this recon. So are we going to be seeing a recon get bullied over here on the Semi-Original Guy channel? I don't know. It's definitely a possibility. Nope, it's not a possibility because it was actually Steelers' turn. And Steelers saw the play, and he's not going to allow that to happen to his good little buddy over here. So, yeah, that is completely not going to happen. Very unfortunate. All right, Ben Joey, though. He senses the imminent bullying of his good friend Christian, and he is not going to just allow that to happen. So he's going to be moving his units in, potentially getting in here, doing some damage. Now, like I said, this is not going to be able to get a clear. So I don't know if he's going to be going in for that attack. Maybe. I think maybe it's kind of a tough call, but I think probably just attacking this tank here and getting the clear on the tank is probably the way to go in this situation. You don't really want to be pushing up too far. Attacking the infantry up in the corner is not a bad idea because you do sort of delay the capture of the comm tower. But now we just have a little bit of a problem here because how do we get to the rocket? Like, how do we destroy the rocket? There's going to be too much stuff in the way. That rocket is just going to be a permanent fixture on this map. It's like, it's not going anywhere, folks. It's not going anywhere. Oh my god. Oh my god, he gets the clear. He gets the clear, folks. Savage. Alright, Steeler. Steeler moves in. He gets the double. Gets the capture. Doesn't even go for the comm tower. He goes for the income because this man is a money enjoyer. Alright. Alright. Firm enjoyer of the money. Not really much fighting going on over on the right-hand side of the map. And not even any play to go for the base as well, which is kind of interesting. I also just realized that I didn't just realize it, but it's coming into my mind right now that Steeler and MWB are both Sturm. So that means there's gonna be 2 meteors. Oh my god. So Banjo and Christian are on a timer as well. Like, if they don't destroy, or if they don't push the Sturms into a position where they are going to be absolutely dominating, then they could potentially just get wiped off the face of the entire map. And a Neo tank has arrived. All right. Gross. That is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Very dangerous Neo tank on the field. All right. All right. Day 9. A much different layout of the map so far. So, as we saw in the previous game, there was a lot of combat that was happening all over the map. And this map, there's not as much, but the base has just been locked. Christian has lost the base. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Poor Christian. Poor Christian. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? The purple guys. Oh my god. Steeler's got a medium tank though, so he's being pretty classy. That was a pretty classy base lock. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but this is super dangerous for Christian. Oh no. And how do you like you can't break it. You can't break the line. Or can you? Can you break the line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. I don't think that you can break the line. Nope, I don't. Yep, that base is gone. See ya. Oh, that's so unfortunate. See ya. Alright, yeah, that base is gone. It's a gone base. Oh my god, the rocket, man. The rocket was too powerful for this game. I wonder if anybody else is going to bust out a rocket. But we also have an anti-air in a map that has absolutely no air units. So that is going to be a primary infantry destroyer here, folks. Steeler, day 10, starts the capture of the base with the 1 HP infantry. Like, absolutely astonishing over here. And flippin' Steeler builds a rocket. He's also got a rocket on the field. Banjoey's got a rocket though too, so all right. So we got some sick rocket plays, and actually, you know what? The funny thing is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think even a normal player would be able to get the rocket on this shoal tile extremely quickly. Man, guys, I think that the rocket is broken. I think the rocket might actually be broken in this game. That's wild. I didn't even think about the rocket. That's crazy. Anyway, so Christian, he's got 16,000 money. MWB's got 19,500 money. Banjoey is absolutely swimming in cash. He's got 24,000 money every single turn, and he's going to be capping more properties. I mean, potentially. No, it's going to get interrupted. Like, there's no way that MWB doesn't go and interrupt the capture in the center of the map. Like, without a doubt, he's going to go for it. Oh, he doesn't go for it. He goes for his own. That means Banjoey's going to have more money. Oh my god, Banjoey, he's going to be really rich. Yeah, Stern Rocket is definitely good-ish, that's for sure. Without a doubt, it is good-ish. Okay, so... Ugh. I don't even know what to think about this map right now. So Banjoey, he's diving pretty deep into MWB's area down south right now. He's got 2 tanks down there. Soiled Abomination on the way, but MWB's got a Soiled Abomination of his own. And one very dangerous thing right now is that one of the missiles, one of the meteors, I should say, is actually online right now. Now, this is the baby meteor. It's not like the big meteor, just the little one, but it's online. And I guess at this point too, this game, this tactically makes the game a little bit easier for Christian right now, because really all he's got to do is he's got to focus on one base right now. So he doesn't really have to like worry about it too much. Just one base, that's all he's got to worry about. We got the baby meteor right here. MWB decides that it's time. He launches the meteor. And there is a rocket, which is not going to get bullied. It's not going to get full bullied here. Okay. Very dangerous, though. Very dangerous indeed. And that base is getting captured. Okay. So, Sturms, pretty good. Not going to lie. Pretty good. And the rocket gets bullied. Okay, so. Oh, yes. The rocket has been bullied. And the base is now being captured. Okay. And Steeler's going to have another meteor online very, very soon. He's like one big attack away from having having another meteor get dropped on this map. Banjoey resigns. Banjoey resigns. Christian. He keeps fighting. Builds the pipe runner. And then ends his turn. Meteor drops on the Sword Abomination. And builds a missile. Alright, cool. Holy macaroni and cheese. Steeler and MWB with the Recon, Double Sturm, Base Lock, Rocket meta. What even happened here? That was wild. These guys are like out of control. Get like... the heck? What the heck? What a game. Holy moly. Crazy stuff between those guys, folks. Crazy stuff indeed. Anyways, pause that because we got to play the music over here. I don't even know why I was playing over there. Anyways, holy moly. All right. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool indeed. So we only have one Sturm on this map, but we have a very interesting lineup of characters on this map. We got Starflash, 250, and the Red James 5 as whatever team that they were calling themselves. Something like the Red Flash or something like that. Anyways, they're the guys that eliminated myself and GV Anna from the tournament last round. I'm pretty sure they cheated. Pretty sure they cheated. But anyways, they're up against Rypika and Scandalous here. Two good fellas here, folks. Mr. Rypika, Mr. Scandalous. Rypika in the chat talking about how cool Rypika is. 100%. This man lives in the move planner. But they're up against some very, very strong people, folks. The Red James and Starflash. So let's see if the move planner and Mr. Scandalous are going to be able to defeat two of the best players in Advanced Wars by Web. Let's see how it goes, folks. It's going to be a good one. Now, I don't know how I feel about the Grit. I'm going to be completely honest with you, folks. The Grit kind of seems like a sus pick. It seems kind of sussy. Now, it mostly seems sussy to me because it seems like a very direct combat orientated matchup. Now, we obviously just saw what like the Rockets and indirects are capable of, but I don't know if we're going to see it on this one. Like the only reason the Rocket was able to lock the base last time is because he was playing as Sturm. Like that's basically just it. Like without the Sturm defense, that wouldn't have really occurred, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. But anyways, so actually this is also kind of interesting because it's sort of like a rivals game right here too. Because Max and Grit, you know, they're kind of rivals, you know, they're like oh, I'm the indirect guy, or oh, I'm the direct combat guy. And then we have Sturm and Von Bolt, where Von Bolt is like, oh, I'm the old guy, and Sturm's like, yeah, I'm the Newt guy. You know, so like the enemies, the big bads of Black Hole, and two former comrades of Orange Star, one turn Blue Moon, direct and indirect fire. So I don't know, folks. I don't know. I wonder who I would put my money on for this one. I think personally, like the Sturm and the Max are probably the stronger pick. But you can't really rule out like the tactics of Starflash and Red James. Although Starflash does kind of play pretty fast sometimes. Red James, he's a pretty tactical guy. I'm not sure how he is in like Global League, but I assume he probably takes his time in Global League. Anyways, we got a Recon on the field, but it's not from who you would think. It's not from who you would think. Well, it is actually from who you would think. One is from, obviously, the Sturm. Go-Kart Sturm. He's got to have Recons. But the other one is from Scandalous. The other one's from Scandalous, folks. From Max. Very interesting. That Recon is going to be able to absolutely bully the absolute heck out of Starflash, though. I'll tell you that much. It's going to be very dangerous stuff indeed. Alright, Recon immediately getting all the way out to the center of the map, causing massive annoyances already. So we'll see. Recon moves down here, busts out an infantry, busts out a tank. Alright, Scandalous, let's go. Let's go, folks. Alright, tank on the field. From Mr. Red James, playing as the Von Bolt. Got that bolty attack and bolty defense. Very sturdy fella indeed, despite the fact that he is sitting in a chair primarily all the time. Alright, another Recon in the top corner of the map over here from Rypika as well. So we got one interrupt over here. It does take a point of counter damage, which is very unfortunate for Sturm, because that means that there might be the possibility that the recon could be destroyed this turn. Because I think the firepower might be enough. I don't know. Let's consult the damage calculator once again here, folks, and see if this little firepower is enough. Very unlikely. It is very unlikely it's going to be enough. And then if it is going to be enough, it means that, like I said, Red James does have to forego the capture in order to do it. Definitely not enough. Okay. Like, I still don't know how I feel about that. I mean, if you can get the capture, but then the recon gets away. So, I mean, 2 HP recon is probably a lot easier to deal with than the 9 HP recon, so it's definitely the way to go. Alright, so Starflash, he's got a tank. He's got 2 tanks on the field. One of them has struck Scandalous's infantry. Is that really going to affect him, like, a whole lot, though? Probably not, because this is technically a base light matchup. Scandalous has got 4k in the bank right now, 10k coming in next turn, 200 funds for repairs. He's going to be able to buy 2 tanks next turn, so he doesn't really... I don't think he really has to worry about it too much. I think he's going to be having himself a pretty good time regardless. Double income denial over here. That's dirty. That's dirty. Now, I say income denial, but I mean like infantry hit. But essentially, this is denying income right here. Like, that's crazy. Recon gets away scot-free right now, too. Can't even be blocked in. This guy's going to be able to move right into the middle of the map here. We have the server rebooting once again here. Very unfortunate, but this tank is going to be having a very bad time. Like, it's going to have to get out of here, like, without a doubt. All right, what is going to occur now? So, Red James over here got the capture. Got the infantry moving out. Got the tank moving out. 7 HP trying to get a capture. Attacking the pipe seam now. And eliminating the recon. The recon is gone, folks. Gone. Never to be seen again. Alright, tank escapes. Artilleries are moving up. So Starflash, you can tell that his ultimate goal right now is to acquire this base. And stays just out of range of the recon too. You don't want to be accidentally putting your units in recon range. It's not the way you go. This is definitely a 2 versus 2 Vita Emerald. This is the Dual Destinies tournament hosted by Valior over on the Advanced Wars by Web Discord, a unofficial tournament where it is a 2 versus 2 tournament with some of the best Advanced Wars players on the site. And this is round 3. I actually did cast the first 2 rounds. So if you want to go check those out, they're in my previous lives. But yes, this is a 2 versus 2 tournament. It is absolutely super good so far, so I'm enjoying it. Scandalous busts out the tanks, moving into the center of the map, and has started to acquire himself a comm tower. Let's see if he can hold on to that comm tower, though, because it might potentially be not denied, because there's nothing actually in position to deny it, because this guy, this guy, and this guy, and this guy, they are all allied units. All right, cool. Very nice indeed. Red Jamesy. Jamesy of the Red. He's going to attack this once again. Okay, so this is going to do about maybe 18% damage every single time when it attacks it. So it's going to take about 5 days to actually get that. I don't recognize Raipika's CO. Is it a fan CO? Well, it's not a fan CO. It's actually Sturm. But recently on the Advanced Wars by Web site, they allowed you to change the portraits of a lot of the characters. So I have my settings set so each player, whatever they chose as their portrait, is the one that displays on screen. So Raipika here, he has decided to go with Go-Kart Sturm, because Sturm is a recon enthusiast, and he would probably be a great addition to Mario Kart if they ever decided to do that. Nintendo, get on that, folks. We need Sturm in Mario Kart. That would be absolutely sick and awesome in that order. All right. Carrying on over here, we got a 5 HP infantry attempting to capture a comm tower here. A tank hit on the recon. Very dangerous stuff indeed. It does have some backup over here, but 1 tank backup. If this tank decides to go in and attack, It's going to be dealing with potentially 3 tanks over here. 2 tanks that can move over into the center as well. This could potentially get absolutely messy super quick here. Sturm for Smash Bros. Yeah, Schwartz. That's what I'm talking about. Get some Sturm in Advance Wars. Or Sturm would be pretty cool for Advance Wars. No, what else would be pretty cool? You got to get Andy, Max, and Sammy all on a team in Advance Wars, like Pokemon Trainer, and you just swap between them. Wouldn't that be sick? That'd be sick. I think it'd be pretty cool. It'd be like the Mii characters, right? Sammy would be like the Mii Gunner. Andy would be like the Mii Swordsman. Max would be like the Mii Brawler or whatever. That'd be a great character. Just like a flippin' Pokemon Trainer. That's what it's all about. Get them! Nintendo, we gotta get on that. You gotta show Advance Wars some love over here. Alright. So Max has now acquired himself 2 comm towers, which makes him one of the most deadliest things on the face of the planet, because he's got 140% firepower on all those direct combat units right now. Sturm rides his little recon and Smash, and his skin is Von Bolt in his wheelchair. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Alright, Red Jamesy. He's capping some properties. He's getting that income. He's up to 19,000 income, so he's feeling pretty good when it comes to the whole overall income game here, but the positions are starting to get kind of... It's getting tight, is what I'm saying, folks. We got some tight positions over here. Now, Red James, he's super well known for one thing, and that's flipping tank chains. You can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 5-point tank chain. All going to the middle. All zoning out Scandalous as well. Like, I don't know what Scandalous is going to do here. But he's going to have to do something if he's going to stop this tank chain, because Red James is not going to give up that territory. And it's flipping Von Bolt as well. You know, he's got that 10% defense on all these properties, or on all his units, and on these properties, that's sitting at 140% defense. Like, or 40% boost to defense, sitting at 140%. It's like, it's pretty, I guess just 40%, but it's getting pretty tight over here, is what I'm saying, folks. All right. And Starflash, he's acquired himself another comm tower. His artillery is very open, though. Like, I don't know if he's going to be keeping his artillery there. And, like, the other dangerous thing is, like, I think he attacked the pipe seam. Did he not? Yeah. So he attacks the pipe seam, but now he's going to lose that territory to Raipika. And that means Raipika gets, like a 49-point lead on getting the pipe seam busted open himself. But does Raipika go in and attack the recon with so many tanks around? That's a big question. It's a big gamble. It's like, do you put all your eggs in one basket over here and go in for the attack? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know why? Because players cannot prevent themselves from attacking an artillery when it's open. It happens. It always happens every single time. Whether it's a good move or a bad move, they have to do it. No. Raipika, you know this man is definitely planning, so if he goes in and attacks it, he doesn't attack it for no reason. He attacks it because there's a reason for doing it. I think Scandalous is actually doing a really good move here. So he brings all his tanks right here into a position where he might potentially be able to two-strike whatever is on either of these two properties right here. So he's making a play to actually break the tank chain right now, which is definitely what you want to do in this situation. But Red James, let's see what he decides to do here. Raipika also definitely needs to acquire himself some soap, because he has busted out the Soiled Abomination. It's on the field, getting absolutely smelly over here. Let's see what he decides to do here. Mr. Red James 5 has busted out a rocket. Although he's busted out a rocket out of the position that I wouldn't necessarily think that he would bust out the rocket from. He's busted it out from the top of the map. Where is it going to go? Like, is it going to just go over to the right-hand side of the map right now and, like, ward off the Neo Tank? Like, I don't even think the Neo Tank has any real intention of going over to the left-hand side or the center of the map. I think the Neo Tank's intention is to go down and attack Starflash and get himself this base. And that's what I think the Neo tank is for. So we'll see if I'm correct in this assumption, or if it's going to be going over to the center, upper center of the map here. I don't know. We'll find out. Find out very soon here, folks, because it is going to happen one way or another. All right, Neo tank is going in a position where it could go either way right now, so we don't necessarily know where this guy is going. He can swing both ways, folks. Swing both ways. All right. Scandalous. Very close to a co-power as well, Scandalous. Scandalous takes out a tank. 3 HP tank gone off the face of the planet. And this is getting pretty close. That should be at 4, so that's going to force Red James to have to use the tank to attack it once again. If he uses the tank to attack it, Max Force is probably going to be online next turn. So he could attack the tank and get a nice first strike, or take out the tank entirely. But also, we also have a play to attack the base right now, so depending on what Starflash decides to actually buy out of this base, he could be potentially dealing with one of 2 tanks attacking it. So he's got some choices to make here, folks. Alright, doing 0% damage to the pipe seam with the 1 HP recon. That's what it's all about. Busting out the classiest of all the units, though, folks. Scandalous. Oh my god, Scandalous. What a classy guy. What a classy guy, busting out the classiest of all the units. Very nice. Oh, cool. That's neat. That is neat. Red James. Red James is planning on stealing a property. I don't think it's going to work, but he's trying. He's trying to steal it. It's definitely not going to work, though. And this is like a fresh infantry, right? That just started the capture. It's not going to let me see. 11. Okay, yeah. That just started the capture, so that's not going to go through. Not that you would really want to interrupt that, especially with the Neo tanks. You would take a rocket shot to the face. And as much as we want to see that, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Pipe wiggling for the funsies. Ripika. All right. Makes sense, folks. Makes sense. Sometimes you just want to see things jiggle. You gotta see things jiggle, see them wiggle. Makes you smile. Alright. Grit buying a Soiled Abomination, folks. You know? He's destroyed enough of Adder's Neo tanks, and now he finally wants one of his own. Very weird indeed, but it's obviously to ward off the enemy Neo tank. Like, without a doubt. You know? It's that's the reason for it, but now Ripika, he busted out a second one. A second Soiled Abomination. Ripika. What is going on here? What is going on? 2 Neo tanks? Do we need 2 Neo tanks? I mean, the answer is probably yes. Unfortunately. Now, one of the reasons why is because Sturm doesn't have a lot of firepower. Like, he's got basically no firepower. So anything that he can get a little boost on firepower is probably the way to go. So we also have a max force being activated over here from Scandalous. Man, just to take out a tank. That was a beefy tank too. Like, that wasn't just no little tank. Look at the flipping movement from this recon. Wheel, 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 wheel. Boom. That's what it's all about. Holy moly. It's good stuff. And then gets a tank hit. Gets a tank hit. Now, does put both of his tanks in range of the Grit Co-Power, which is probably going to get activated, probably going to attack both of those tanks. But if he does attack both of those tanks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so if he attacks both of the tanks with the artilleries, it leaves them both exposed to double tank hit. Unless... Nope, that would just make him exposed, because there is absolutely no way that Red James is going to be able to break this infantry wall. There's no way. Is Sturm going to use the big rock? He's probably going to use the big rock pretty soon. He's not quite there yet, but it is definitely coming. It is definitely coming, I'll tell you that much. Alright, boom. Big hits. Alright, ooh, wait. He's going for the capture here as well. That was a join cap, right? Sitting at 4. Might not have... It would take the Neo tank, I think. Like, the Neo tank would probably take it down to 3, so that's... It might not even take it down to 3 because it's Sturm. It might take it down to 4, maybe even only 5. That might be a flip. Could be a flip here, folks. Unless Raipika sacrifices the 2 HP infantry. If he sacks the 2 HP infantry, then it's maybe... possibly gonna go... possibly gonna stop. I would consider using the Neo tank to interrupt this, though. Like, I don't think the rocket is really going to do that much damage to Sturm. Like, especially on a forest, right? So, oh wait, no, we need to do Von Bolt sitting on a forest. Yeah, it's not going to do like a lot of damage. When you stop the comm tower from being captured, you can definitely do that. Might be able to stop this. I don't know. It's one of those questions, folks. It's, you know, it's like, is it worth it to take the Neo hit and do that? It probably is, because then if this Neo tank goes right here and starts threatening this Neo tank over here, then Raipika will definitely have co-power, and that would be the spot where the meteor lands, like, without a doubt, 'cause that's a lot of value. And I think sometimes, I'm pretty sure it's the same for Advanced by Web, but no, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just cartridge, but I remember in the original cartridge, it does actually count indirects sometimes as double income. So without a doubt, that's where it probably would go, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I very much want to see what Raipika's choice is here. Very curious to see what the move planner man's choice is. Let's see. See what happens. Boom. Got a little hit here. Got a little capture. Yeah, see, he's going in for it. Like, you might as well. Like, the fraction of damage that you would take is not a whole lot, right? So, yeah, go in for it. Do it. Live it. YOLO, folks. You only live once. Go in and do that damage. Nice. And then then Scandalous comes in and gets the double. Gets the double. And now we actually are in a fairly decent position maybe to take the base, because Red, he's got no indirects over here. Does have the Neo tank, so the Neo tank is going to potentially be able to bust open the pipe seam, allowing for a second point of entry over here. And this is taking a lot of damage. Like, what's it sitting at right now? It's sitting at 19. So yeah, Neo tank would be able to bust that open. But we got the artillery right here. Got medium tank. Got another soiled abomination over here. All right. Oh, folks. Oh, man. Folks. Folkerino Rexes. I'm telling you. It's possible. It's possible that the meteor is going to hit right there. Right there. Now, the other option is the meteor could potentially hit right here. But this is a lot less income. And there's also allied units over here, so it probably will not hit here. It'll definitely hit right here. There's a nice spot where it's going to go. So that's where it's going to go, folks. Without a doubt. Let's see it. Let's see it happen. Oh, okay. Wait. Now it won't. It won't actually hit right there. Now it'll hit right here because it'll hit this, this, and this if it decides to be popped. Which means this Neo tank, frontline Neo tank, is going to be over here still. No, it'll still hit right here. Never mind. It'll hit here because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. If this infantry wasn't here, then it would hit somewhere else. Yeah, it's going to hit right here if it pops. Oh, okay, we got the power. Got the coal power over here from Starflash. He's going sniping. Snippity snipe. There we go. Oh my god. Nice little chunk of damage against the Neo tank. Bust out a medium tank? That's what I'm talking about, Starflash. Alright. And Raipika does not even pop the power. He doesn't even pop it. He's why? Why pop it? You know what? This man's got time. He's got time on his hands. And one of the most dangerous and scary things that you can do in Advancers by Web. It's two things that you can do that are super scary. Well, I mean a couple, but variations of one thing. But you got Rachel, Sturm, and Von Bolt. Holding their powers can be one of the scariest things that you can do to your opponent, because one, it forces your opponent to have to bait the attacks every single turn. And lots of people, I shouldn't say lots of people, but some people, what they'll do is you'll have a frontline attack that's going on, and then they'll have a meteor bait in the back lines. But they'll force a lot of buys in the back lines for that, leaving their front line slightly more open, which will allow you to push in a little bit more and force your opponent into more and more of a tight little bubble, so that when you finally do pop your power, it hits super, super hard. So it can be some pretty dangerous stuff, folks. We got a max force. That's also a fairly dangerous thing. Medium tank. Oh my god. The medium tank just rushes in there, putting the flippin' rocket on notice here, folks. That guy's gonna have to get the heck out of here super quick, otherwise he's gonna be dealing with a world of hurt. And where's the meteor gonna go now? So now it's a little bit more complicated now, because the one thing about Sturm's meteor too is Sturm's meteor has to be fixated on a target. It can't just be fixated on a spread area of damage like the Ex Machina. It has to be fixated on something. So in this sense, it would probably be fixated right here on the Neo tank. But also, if Raipika gets a big meteor, that's going to do a lot of damage. Alright, another double hit over here. Starflash does manage to clear an infantry here, but this infantry is able to go in here and start capping. And I don't believe that there's anything that they can do about it. I don't think they can really do anything about it. I think Scandalous, I think he's going to be able to get that base. Oh, that medium tank just took a lot of damage. Oh my god. Another rocket too. Holy moly. Raipika. Oh my god. Raipika is just like super. Oh, he's got the big meteor. Got the big meteor. That tank sank into Neil was so cool to block for the rocket. That's right. It was a good move. Ah, and the meteor hits exactly where I thought. So, actually, technically this way, it was fixated on the infantry in the middle, so I managed to get that tank and these guys over here. Now, unfortunately, for Raipika, I don't really see a whole lot of capitalization on the meteor. There's not really too many attacks that he can do. Could do a little bit of damage to the Neo tank, but not like a lot. Oh, that's broken. Okay, never mind. He's good. He's in. He's in, folks. All right. Oh, now that he's in, he can actually move the Neo tank right here, which will allow him to get that. Maybe. I guess Raipika was the one that busted that open. It's kind of interesting. But it's Scandalous's turn next, so he's going to be able to move his Neo tank over here and then take it. And there's going to be nothing that he can do about it. Okay, here we go. Here we flip and go, folks. Eat that, you stinky Neo. That's right. Take that. Throwing rocks at the Neo in the town square. Bring out your dead. That's just nothing but a basket of Neo tanks just stinking up the place. Cart full of Neo tanks, folks. All right, cool. So, yeah, this is looking pretty good for Scandalous and Raipika right now, because if they manage to get that base and the second base, that is GG. That is 100% GG, because they're just going to be able to start busting out additional infantry. Like, the power of just being able to spam additional infantry is absolutely wild. It's absolutely wild and absolutely great. But it's not necessarily like the end of a match, you know? You can definitely come back from losing a base, but it's difficult. It's definitely difficult. It takes a special kind of person in order to do that. So we'll see. All right. Holy moly. Raipika has got no power charge left, but he does have 27,600 funds in the bank. He's going to prevent the comm tower from being captured because he rather enjoys his firepower. Definitely wants it in the future. Oh, nice. Not too bad. Another medium tank. That's what I'm talking about. Now, scary thing right now is Red James. Red James has officially become the scariest thing on the entire map. Because he's got the X-Macarena, folks. And the X-Macarena, if it's going to hit anywhere, it's probably going to hit the upper portion of the map over where Raipika is. But X-Macarena, aka X-Machina, it's a very dangerous power to use in team format. Because the X-Machina, Macarena, it'll be able to stun anything that it hits, including allied units. So maybe you might be able to stun this area right here, but you might actually also stun one of these Neo tanks or something, right? But if you do manage to stun this area, you got like Red, he's got a rocket right here which can do some damage, right? So, and also these are his units, so he can move them. But what I'm mostly talking about is like if Star Flash had some units that were beside your opponent, you might accidentally stun them. So you gotta watch out for that kind of stuff. Without a doubt. Alrighty. Now, is Red James going to pop the X-Machina? Or is he going to hold on to the X-Machina? He's going to hold on to it. Oh my god. Double classy, boys. That's what I'm talking about. Double classy, boys. Raipika making up for the sins of the past. Busting out double classies. Alright, here we go. Nice little hit. I'm still wondering, I don't know. You know, I guess Red James didn't really have like a super viable target in order to use the X-Machina on. So he probably just didn't really want to bother with it. But like things are getting kind of dire over here. Like he's got to do something. Starflash is very behind in funds, for one thing. So something's got to be done with that. Like, plays have got to be made over here. Plays have got to be made. And if, well, maybe what he's doing, so, so Red James might be holding on to his power, waiting for an opportunity for the X-Machina to drop on this base. That could be a possibility, actually. Because Scandalous is going to have to buy something big out of that base if he wants to hold it, because he's dealing with double Neos over here, which is going to be very hard to deal with, especially because I think like the Neo tank might potentially be a one-shot, especially with the comm towers, right? Let's see, what are we dealing with? Yeah, it's a potential one-shot. So we're dealing with a 96 to 102% roll, but if we do pop the power, oh my god, my nose is so itchy. If we pop the power, that will be a guaranteed KO on the infantry, which means that the second Neo actually drops on the base, destroying the artillery as well. And that would essentially, I think that move right there would actually win Starflash and Red James that entire section. Because once you destroy this base doesn't really have a whole lot. You got two rockets over here, just completely zoning this area out. You got a Neo tank coming in. Like, this side is getting in a very dangerous situation. So depending on what comes out of this base, I don't know. We'll see. Something's got to happen, though, folks. And I think Scandalous just joined something, so he's got extra money, right? Is that what we just did? No, he's just got 7K. And he's just got 30K. He could buy a Mega Tank. Could buy a Mega Tank. Buys a Neo Tank. He buys a Neo Tank. Bruh. Scandalous, you could have been the chosen one. You could have been the chosen one, Scandalous, but you chose not to buy it. Anyways, the Axe Macarena is not going to hit over here. It's going to hit over here if it does hit anywhere. And then Starflash resigns because he cannot deal with such stench. I mean, Red James resigns because he cannot deal with such stench. All right. Now he resigns from this position, right? If Ex Machina was going to hit anywhere, it would hit down here. So that's not going to be effective for him. Neo Tank goes in and attacks here. Already counters. Because Raipika actually goes first, which is incredibly good. So that goes in there. Gets countered. Can't get the one shot. The other thing, though, is 19%. So where's a normal Neo Tank? It's normal Neo Tank on a road with power. What would that be? Would that be 18% because you get no luck damage? If there was a third unit here. Okay. Yeah, if there... Was it 18? No, it's 19. Okay, you wouldn't be able to bust it open. Alright, so never mind. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Very unfortunate. Now, what I was thinking, though, is if there was another unit and if you could do 19, I mean, you could bust that open, get the double with the Neo Tank, and then if you had another one, you could sit him on the base. But, you know, that's the in a perfect world situation. We don't live in a perfect world, folks. We live in a world of Neo Tanks and other various units all over the place. All right. Anyways, what a game, though. Congratulations to Raipika and Scandalous, taking out two of the strongest competitors in the entire tournament and avenging my wonderful team. Team Tank Bank has been avenged by these wonderful people. So congratulations on the win. And yeah, it's the lowest roll, right? Well, that's what I figured. All right, folks. So this is the last game. The last game of round 3. And we have some fantastic people. We have Women Respecter and Luigisly versus Valdudu and Momovs. So this one is going to be pretty cool. I think Luigisly and... I know Luigisly was in the chat. I think Women Respecter might have been in the chat too at one point. So they might even be here, which is very cool. So we'll see how their team plays out here. But we have double Sturms, but they're not on the exact same team. They're on different teams. We also have the Von Bolt, and we have the Grit, which once again, I don't think the Grit is necessarily the best pick for the map, especially against a Sturm. But we'll see. See what happens. Women Respecter, you were definitely on the TV. And so are you, Luigisly. You're both on the TV. Indeedio. You're here. All right, let's go. Let's flip it, go, folks. All right. Gotta get some stuff done. All right. I'm also like astounded by the absolute devastation that is flipping Sturm on this map, because like holy moly, you wouldn't expect it, folks. I mean, you guess you would kind of expect it, but you know, you wouldn't like super expect it. He's so strong. Personally, if I got to this round though, I would have picked double Sturm. Like 100%. I would push my teammate to just be like, yo, We gotta go double Sturm here. Like, it's absolutely essential. We gotta just get the zoomies going. Absolutely zoomies, like a flipping pug on Adderall. That's what we need. Zoomies. Be sweet. Anyways, we got our artillery over here from the Grit player. Got the recons over here from the Sturm players. And we got a tank over here from Women Respecter. Because this man respects women so much that he will build tanks. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what he does. Capturing the comm tower. Comm tower could potentially be denied at the cost of income. So that's probably not going to happen. But it might happen. I doubt it'll happen, though. Doubt it. I don't think Momo's is the kind of guy to go in here and interrupt the comm tower capture. Oh my god, he's the kind of guy to go in here and interrupt the comm tower capture. When Von Bolt, just for some different counterplay into double Sturm. I guess it makes sense. Like I said, the one thing that I like about the whole Von Bolt situation is, well, for one thing, you do a little bit more damage, so it is kind of nice. But Von Bolt, Sturm's recons, well, once again, they won't be able to actually fully stop you from capping a property because they just don't have the firepower in order to do so. So, anyways, I kind of like this move from Momo. I like the self-sabotage on income in order to get the capture here. Or get the interrupt, I mean. So, that's very nice. Very nice indeed. Just completely leaves the comm tower. Completely leaves the comm tower. Luigiously, this man doesn't need communication. The only thing Luigiously needs is personal communication. Like talking to himself in the third... Or talking about himself in the third person. That's probably what it is. It's like, Luigiously needs no comm tower. Luigiously only needs income and destruction. That's what Luigiously needs. Alright, we skipped that turn, but Momov, most important thing of that move is Momov decided to do nothing except for go in and attack a recon, which needed to happen, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, you can't be just allowing these recons to just move around willy-nilly here. It's like they gotta be stopped. They have to be stopped. If you don't stop them, well, you got yourself a problem. Anyways, Luigiously, once again, takes control of this battlefield over here on day 5, moving the recons up, getting himself some income, and then buying more tanks. There we go. All right, get the tanks on the field. Women Respecter getting some more income. Has basically pushed himself into the center of the map here, capturing some properties. That is going to put him in a very nice situation. Very nice situation indeed. Specifically because he's going to have lots of money. And what does everybody love in Advanced Wars by Web? It's money. You got to get the money on the field. It's the number 3 priority. Get the flipping money so you can buy the big units. You can start spamming out the medium tanks. So you can see here, Women Respecter, he's only got 12k. He's not quite at the medium tank level just yet. Luigiously, 13k, not quite there. Momov and Valdudu, they're not close. Nobody's even close to medium tank range yet. But they will be eventually. Oh, that's a nice little area over here, but this is definitely a little bit vulnerable. I think that... Oh no, we're Sturm. So do we even clear? Do we even clear, folks? I don't think so. Oh, especially not with that. Valdudu just moves in here with his little tank and attacks Luigiously. Very unfortunate. Very strong hit over here from Valdudu as well. All right, day 6. What do we do? What are our options, though? We can cap. We can do nothing with that, really. We can go and occupy the center. That's about it. I think that's probably the best choice here, is go and occupy the center, starting the zoning process. Can't really occupy this yet. Over here, though, what can we do with this? We got a tank right here. Got some infantry. It's probably going to go in and attack the Sturm tank. I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to see a little bit of pillow fight action over here. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Nice. And he traps it. He traps the tank in there. It's got nowhere to go. Nice. Another tank has entered the field. Very nice. Nice little trap over here from Luigi. Very good. What did that already just hit? That already eliminated a 2 HP recon. Alright, here we go. Another recon get hit. Another tank moving on to a city, not attacking anything. This is one of the best things that the Von Bolt and the Sturm tanks can do. It's like not even attacking anything, just going and sitting on heavy terrain. It's like, it's their favorite thing to do. Not even lying, folks. It's kind of a curious move. I don't think that we have anything that can actually clear the 6 HP. I think you would need 2 units to do that. So, like, infantry, maybe. Recon, probably not. So, recon could move over here and attack from right here. Infantry could occupy this terrain. This infantry could occupy over here. You can get the tank to attack. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think it's possible to clear it. Like, maybe if you went in with the tank kit, it might be possible. But, anyways, probably not going to happen. All right. Valdudu. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Nah, it's still not possible. Valdudu is going crazy over here with these tanks down south, but he's got himself in a very dangerous situation because he's surrounded by women respecter here. And while he keeps slamming his units into these dudes over here, like he's got trouble. He's got trouble coming in here. Like women respecter, he's got the triple tanks over here. But Momo is right behind him. Like these guys are going to be able to come over here very quickly and reinforce. Ooh, it's getting spooky, folks. It's getting spooky. Let's see who's gonna win the overall brawl here. Oh, that's right. So Luigi can't even slam into this because he's gonna eat Artie. He's gonna eat Artie in the face if he goes in and does that. So he can't do it. Can't do it. He's gotta wait. He's gotta wait until he's got a better opportunity to go in there. Ooh, we got a rocket though. Got a nice little rocket over here from Luigi. All right. Yeah, nothing is gonna stop flipping women respecter from slamming into the tanks over there though. All right, so that's what I'm talking about. Another tank, another infantry on the field. Comm tower is about to be captured over here in the bottom corner. And it is once again Momo's turn. Valdudu is in trouble because he's surrounded by women. That's right. He's got so many women around. They're all going to take him out. Take him out. Boom. I think Momo's actually in a pretty decent position over here with his artillery. Like, as long as Valdudu can keep distracting women respecter in the south, then Momo is going to take this base. Like, there's no question about that. And then, like, you know, he doesn't even really need to buy much from the base. One thing that he could just get from the base is just a rocket. You get a rocket and you just sit it on this base. Holy moly, do you know how strong that would be? It's a nice centralized rocket just zoning out your opponent. Crazy. Now, obviously, you don't just want to sit on the base. You want to, like, move units and do stuff like that. So it's not something that you would just do, but, I mean, it'd be pretty funny. It'd be pretty funny and pretty cool. That is without a doubt. All right, here we go. Luigi, let's see what he does. Ooh, interrupts the comm tower. Takes out a 6 HP infantry. Rocket moving in. Is this rocket going to get bullied, though? That's one of the most important questions. Is it going to be the kind of rocket to get bullied over here on the Semi-Original Guy channel? Or is it going to be a rocket that just remains unbullied? I don't know. We'll find out. We shall find out indeed. That's kind of dangerous. So, I guess rocket covers this tank. This tank is left open. So you lose this tank for a shot at the artillery. Which I don't necessarily, like, I mean, you're going to attack the artillery. It's going to happen. Let's just be honest, folks. Like I said, if the artillery is open, you're going to go and attack it. Like, there's not even a question about it. It's got to happen. Got to happen. It's just bait. But that tank is definitely doomed. Like, there's no question about it. It's gone. But if these tanks don't push in yet right now, then the rocket gets in position and the wall is formed. I think. Well, the wall can't be formed because this artillery exists. So you could get tanks over here, rocket right here. But once this rocket gets in position, it's going to zone out this rocket, like, without a question. So we hit pretty nasty rolls to get the arty hit. That's right. Those were some dirty rolls. It's like the kind of rolls that you find at the flipping floor in the back room of your local dirty supermarket. Those kind of rolls, dude. The local bakery that nobody wants to go to. Those kind of rolls right there. That was good. All right, Valdudu. Let's see what he does. He's going to be moving in, capping one of the properties. Going to be attacking a recon. Moves the artillery and tank into position. Forms a nice little bit of a wall here. But actually, it's not even a but. That's just a good wall. Luigis is in a very dangerous situation. He's surrounded by grit artillery and a flipping Sturm wall. Like, that's a dangerous combination. Like, grit artillery and a Sturm wall. Like, that's tough. That is a tough situation to be in. Luigis doesn't even care, though. He's just buying more tanks. He's just going to start slamming tanks into the wall and just kind of hope for the best. That's what I'm talking about. That's what it's all about. Oh, and another break and another attack on the artillery. Ooh. That puts Momo in a very bad situation now. So, technically, both corners of the map right now are in kind of a bad situation. Yeah, so easy indeed. That was an easy break. But, yeah, this corner is in sort of a bad situation as well right here because how much money are we going to have? We're going to have 22,000 funds, less than 22,000 funds because we have to do the repair bill. We're going to have like maybe 20,000 funds. You can't really get a counter to the Neo tank once it moves in. Yeah, I think both corners are like equally in sort of a bad situation right now. All right. It's going to get in the next few days. The next few days, this game is going to get decided without a doubt. Whoever can push the corner harder is going to be the winner. And Grit with that snipe attack activation is definitely going to be a thorn. And just bunkers down, buys another medium tank. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you got to do. You got to get the classy boys. Also, hello, Johnny. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, you got to get those medium tanks, man, because those are going to be some sturdy fellas. Ooh, a 7-7. It's gross. It's not the kind of trade you want to see. Nope, not the kind of trade indeed. All right, Luigi, what are we going to do? Sacrifices 2 tanks. 3 tanks. Well, the third tank wasn't a sacrifice, but it was a tank hit. Oh my god, and then pops the meteor. The meteor, and it hits the top corner. Oh my god, did you guys, like, look at that. That's a dirty meteor. Oh my god. Okay, that is some rocket bullion. That is some good rocket bullion, I'll tell you that, folks. And a mega tank. Oh my god. Oh my god, Luigis. We don't say powers around here. That was a mighty meatball indeed. And then builds the mega tank in the corner. Like, Luigis is like, he's just chilling, man. He's chilling down in that corner. He's like, yeah, all right, got the mega tank. Everything's gonna be okay now. We're gonna be okay now, boys. The mega tank has arrived. All right. Nice. Oh man, Momo's. What is Momo's gonna do? He's, oh my god, the repair bill. Oh, the repair bill. Like, how much money was he gonna have? He was gonna have 22. No, 23 last turn. And now he's got 17. That was a hefty repair bill. Oh, dirty. Buys another medium tank, though. That's what you gotta do. When you got 17k in the bank, buy a medium tank. Medium tank infantry. Best thing you can possibly get. Alright. Valdoo. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna go up, attack a couple tanks. Still occupying the terrain. Gotta get the medium tank on the field. I think he's gotta, like... it's sort of like... It's so dangerous. Somebody's gotta get that base, though. Like, it's gotta happen. And the rocket has been bullied. Alright, folks. You can all go home now. The rocket has officially been bullied over here on the Semi-Original channel. Now, other rockets have also been bullied, but some rockets have actually gone unbullied, so I'm happy that at least one rocket, maybe multiple rockets, I'm glad that they have finally been bullied enough that they might finally question what the heck they are even doing here, you know? So I'm very happy about that. Alright, not happy about the Neo tank to medium tank violence over here, but this mega tank is actually gonna take some damage. Not a lot of damage, but it will take some damage. Enough for repair bills, which is kind of unfortunate. You don't want to be paying repairs. Alright, let's see. Oh my god. Just realized Women Respecter is almost at Ex Machina. Many rockets were harmed in the filming of this in these streams. That's right, Schwartz, that's right. Multiple rockets have been injured in the making of this movie. Alright. Oh, this Ex Machina is going to hurt so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. Actually, the Ex Machina is going to hit right here, so it's not even really going to matter all that much. But it'll matter a little bit. Yeah, it'll matter a little bit because that means that 2 rockets are going to get bullied. Oh my god, is it going to happen? It might happen. It could happen. Oh no, no, it's not going to hit right there. It might still hit there. No, it'll hit over here. Okay, Ex Machina is going to hit the top corner over here, so yeah, no. It's not going to happen now. Although there's still 2 rockets over here. 3 rockets, potentially, that could still get bullied. So we'll find out. Medium tank is being attacked. That opens it up for the Women Respecter to go in here with the Neo tank. Oh, is it gonna clear? Oh my god, it's gonna clear. It's gonna happen. Oh my god! And then the base has been occupied. Holy moly. Still no power though, but we're very close to a power. Very close to a power. Okay, Momo. This is like the last ditch desperation snipe attack right here. He's got to get in there and do as much damage as he possibly can. Doesn't manage to do a whole lot of damage, unfortunately, but gets a little bit of damage in there. Valdoo is making a play. Valdoo is making a play to stop Women Respecter in his tracks down south, but now... wait. Ah! My eyeball's super itchy. Yeah, Ex Machina will still hit over here. Wait, maybe it won't. 15... 14... Oh no. Ex Machina might hit right here. It might hit right there. God, it's Mega Tank though. Mega Tank. Yeah, we'll hit right there. Yeah, because it's slightly more expensive than this corner over here. It's 15, 15, 14, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4K deficit, and that means 3K. So it's 3, 2.5, 2.3, 2.7. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Nope. That's more. More money. Oh my god, that means the Rockets are gonna get bullied. Ah! Oh my god, they're gonna get so bullied. Do it. Do it. Do it. Bully the Rockets. It must happen. It must occur. Oh no, resign. Valdudu. Is Valdudu gonna resign as well? Oh, he's gonna play on. He's gonna play the turn. That's what I'm talking about. Valdudu. This man's a champion. And pops the power. Pops the meteor strike and then resigns. You gotta resign on the meteor strike, folks. It's one of the best resigns you can possibly do. Holy macaroni and cheese, though. What a game between these guys. But I mean, I'm very sad that it ended right before these Rockets were about to be thoroughly bullied. But, you know, sometimes they get away. Sometimes they get away from you, folks. But that means that Women Respecter and Luigisly will move on to the final round of the tournament. Holy macaroni and cheese, folks. Every team that won today were beasts. They were beasts of teams. I'm actually kind of happy that I got eliminated last round, so I didn't have to fight any of these guys, because holy moly, those were some games. Those were some games. So, who are the people that move on? So it is Steeler and MWB. We have Women Respecter and Luigisly. We have Rypika and Scandalous. And then we have, was it Ben Joey's team that moves on? Was it Ben Joey's? No, it wasn't Ben Joey's. It was Humitas. So Humitas' team moves on. Those are the people we have in the semifinals. Yeah, Andy Kuma and Humita. That's right. So, all right. That's awesome, folks. It's awesome. That was a great game between these guys. All right, so I think what's going to happen is for the last 2 rounds, I'm probably going to wait until the tournament is finally over and there's been an official winner. And then what we'll do is we'll cast the last 3 rounds in one big stream. So then we'll do the semifinals and the finals all in one stream. Just so then we have like 3 games to go over instead of just 2 games and then 1 game for the last one. But yeah, this has been a great tournament. Once again, thank you to Valior and everybody that helped to put it on. Especially like, and Bogeus. Bogeus was actually a guy that was a big help in this as well. So shout out to Bogeus. Super cool guy. He's been, actually, you know, Bogeus has been very helpful in a lot of the tournaments lately. He's helped out a lot in the Kessler tournament as well. So that guy definitely deserves some good shout outs because he's super cool. So thanks, Bogeus. MWE Steeler, Rypika versus Scandalous will be 1. And then Luigisly, Women Respecter versus Humita and Andy Kuma. That is going to be some crazy games. Crazy games indeed. I have absolutely no idea who is going to come out on top of those games, but I'm all for it, and I am super excited to be able to cast those final rounds. So it's going to be a great time. But in the meantime, though, folks, I hope that you all enjoyed the stream, and I can't wait to see you guys again. It's going to be a great time. So until next time, folks, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now.